Hey guys, sorry about that. I didn't have my screen turned on. Um, we need to chat. So I love you. I care about you. I want you to be successful, but we need to talk. So today I'm sharing some things that crochet business owners do that make me just a little bit twitchy. Basically, I thought this would be a little cheeky look at what it's like behind the scenes of being a crochet business coach and strategist, and sharing a little bit of the things that kind of get under my skin. And it's not that you're wrong, it's not that you're bad. It's just that sometimes we don't see things from the other perspective in business. So it's just like there are things in your business, you love your customers, but sometimes they get under your skin. Same thing. So I'm just going to share with you some of the things that happen in my business that get under my skin and why they get under my skin, how those things may be sabotaging you, and maybe what to do instead. So I hope we have fun with this, but it is going to be a little bit of tough love. So before you get tense or mad or defensive, again, this is all said in love and concern and the kind of care that just wants more for you. So, because what drives me crazy isn't you. It's watching incredibly talented, creative, capable makers stay stuck in patterns that keep them small and struggling. So, if you hear yourself in this episode, awesome. What that means is that you're growing and that you're willing to listen and you're willing to take a look at maybe some things that you're doing that aren't working. So be sure to say hello in the comments and welcome to today's episode of Crochet Business Chat Podcast. My name is Pam Grice, the Crochetpreneur. I'm on a mission to help 100,000 makers build financial freedom through crochet. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our weekly crochet business tips, encouragement, and like today, maybe a little bit of tough love. And if you're returning, welcome back to the channel. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and comment. Whether you're live or whether you're on replay, comment. Let me know if you have any questions. At the end of the podcast, I will check out your questions in the comment section. And if you're watching on replay or you're listening to the audio podcast, you can leave a question in the comment section, and I'll be back to answer those over the course of the week. All right. So how about we get started? What are the things that are making me crazy? So the first is hobby energy versus CEO energy. So there's a huge difference between coming into your business with a hobbyist perspective or a CEO perspective. So hobby energy says, I'm just a small business, or I'm not ready, or maybe someday, or when I get it perfect, or I'll raise my prices when whatever, right? CEO energy says, I run a business, I make decisions, I act before I feel ready, I do courageous, scary things, right? So totally different mindset, right? So one of the things that makes me cringe a little bit as a coach is when someone says, I'm just a small crochet business. I'm just a small business, just a little business, my cute little crochet business, right? You're not just anything. You're operating a business. You're a business owner. You're creating value. You're serving customers. You're generating revenue. Small thinking creates small results. And if you want larger results, you have to start thinking like someone who expects larger results. That's how you create larger results. So, is that you? Are you someone who says, oh, I just have a little crochet business? I remember in the past, I've heard myself say, oh, I just have a little crochet blog. That kind of language keeps you small. So let's start saying, oh, I have a crochet business. I serve whoever your audience is by doing whatever you do, right? Tell people what you do. Okay, The next one is I just want to make pretty things, not market them. So I think we all feel this way, and it's okay to feel this way. It's like stepping into the energy that is actually hurting you. So I just want to crochet. I don't want to deal with marketing. I get it. Crochet is an art. We're creatives. We just want to do the thing that's fun, right? But business is an engine, and you do not get business results without business behaviors. So you don't get consistent sales while refusing to build your email list, understand pricing strategies, learn and take action on basic marketing skills, track your numbers, analyze the data, make changes, right? Hope and fun is not a marketing strategy. So passion is not a pricing strategy, and you can love crochet and still respect the business side of things. In fact, if you truly want to build a business from crochet, you'll learn the business side so that the business can support you long term. A lot of times what it is that makes me a little bit crazy is that people say they want a business. They say they want to make sales. They say they want their business to pay the bills. They say they want to contribute to family finances. And yet they want to stay in the fun. They don't want to do the businessy things that maybe don't come easy to them. The thing is that the more you practice those things, the more you learn about them and you incorporate them into the way you run your life and business, the easier that becomes. And they can even become fun too. Trust me, I didn't want to do it either. So I still struggle. It's not like it's easy for me. It's not like it's easy for most people. But the more you practice, the better you get at it. And when you understand these are the things I have to do to get where I want to go, you'll do them, right? We do the things that back up what we really believe. So if we know we're supposed to market, we know we have to market in order to grow a business, but we don't do it, it's important to ask, do I really want to grow a business? Or do I just want to make things for fun? It's okay, whatever the answer is, but you need to be honest with yourself. Okay. Next one. Does any of this resonate? Let me know in the comments if any of this resonates. The next one is drama and blame culture. I don't get it. And maybe this podcast is a little bit of drama culture. I hope not. I hope you see it as constructive, helpful, and not drama. But stepping out of logic and into drama and blame culture is self-sabotage. So saying things like, the algorithm hates crocheters, or Instagram shadow banned me, or she copied me, or no one supports small businesses anymore. It's important to understand that these things are sabotaging you. So the algorithm is not your enemy. The algorithm just is what it is, and we need to work within the framework that we're given. So acting as if blaming the algorithm will solve everything is not helpful. So not making changes is not helpful. Inconsistency is sabotaging your growth. Unclear messaging is squashing your reach. Refusing to audience build is not helping you in any way. Most of the time, what feels like sabotage is actually a lack of systems. So what feels like the algorithm is sabotaging me, or Facebook doesn't like me, or whatever, is really just a lack of system and a lack of consistency. So knowing that is super empowering, because when we recognize that there are things we can do that will change our outcomes, that's super empowering. And systems can be changed, right? We can build inconsistency into our business. Drama culture keeps you reactive. CEO culture keeps you strategic. So ask, how can I respond in order to create the results that I want? And then go from there. Take action on those things. So I think that's number 3. Okay. Next. How many is there? There's like 8 or 4 or 7. Sorry. It's been a long morning already. Okay. The next one is this. Can I pick your brain? Yeah, I'm a helper and I love to help people. But can I pick your brain? Hey, can you look at this real quick? Hey, can I hop on a quick call? Can I get your feedback, right? As a coach, these phrases work the same as someone asking you, hey, will you make me this thing for the cost of the yarn, right? So it's the same thing. We all have built our businesses around our unique skills and talents. And for coaches, this is usually strategic thinking, insight, future focus, empowerment, and wisdom. Freely and comprehensively answering every question that lands in my DMs does not pay the bills, even if it's just a quick question. But I want to be clear about this. I love helping people. When my clients send me these messages, they get answers, right? So I'm not saying nobody's allowed to send me messages. But there's a difference between someone I've never talked to before, someone I've never engaged with before, landing in my inbox saying, please, can you help me? I don't have any money to pay you, right? And I'm not saying I'm trying to be inaccessible. There's a big difference between community and entitlement, and the majority of my attention needs to go to actual paying clients. It would be ridiculous to do anything otherwise. So, serious business owners invest in mentorship, respect expertise, and understand that time has value. If you want high-level strategy, you put yourself in structured rooms designed just for that. So you don't crowdsource your future from random DMs. And the same goes for your business. If someone asks you to make something for the price of yarn, that's hobby energy directed at you. And that, I think, is what is such a turnoff, is like hobby energy coming at me pretending to be business energy. And you get to say no to that, and you get to protect your value, and I get to do the same. So something I've done to help bridge that gap and make access to me more accessible to others is to create a Pick Pam's Brain form. So I got this idea from Rachel Peterson. Basically, what happens is when someone DMs me a question like that, I'll offer them 2 sorts of links and 2 options. One, book a call, which is a paid option. You can book a call, we'll carve out some time and we'll meet and chat. Or the other one is fill out this form, which is free, and let me know what your question is, and I may answer it in a future podcast episode or social media post. So there's 2 options, a paid option and a free option. And that way, everyone has the opportunity to ask their questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. So I hope that makes sense. But can I pick your brain? Like, can you drop everything that you're doing to serve the people who are paying you and serve me instead? Is a very entitled way to address people. Something better would be to say, hey, how much does it cost to book an hour-long call with you? Can you send me a link and I'll get something scheduled, right? That is what sort of respect in this industry looks like. I hope that makes sense. Okay, next. How is this landing? Is this making you mad or does it feel helpful? I hope it feels helpful. Next is this one. Everyone knows this is a trigger for me. Helplessness and relinquishing power. So this is a learned behavior that especially women, especially creatives, for some reason, crafters, fall into this helplessness mindset or the relinquishing power or just tell me what to do mindset. So it really is a trigger for me just because of my life story and my trauma history and my recovery history. I get really upset when people aren't willing to grow. And that's my trigger and I own it. But I do really want better for people. So things like Should I start a crochet business? How much should I charge for this? Is it okay to sell trademark characters? What do you guys think I should do? Kinds of questions all come from maybe 3 different sorts of places. They come from a place of relinquishing power, saying, you guys make a decision for me. I don't want to make a decision. Or it comes from energy farming, attention gathering energy, through learned helplessness. So when I act helpless or disempowered, I get attention, right? So the more I feel helpless, the more other people who are in their people pleasing rescuer phase um, come to my rescue, and that feels really good, right? And then the other is an energy of setting up other people to be blamed because you told me to do it and that didn't work, right? So it's 3 sorts of relinquishing power, but they're also a really unhealthy way of generating power for oneself. So basically, it's really important to recognize that you're not a passenger in your business. You're the driver of your business. Google is free, right? Which I know people find so condescending and they hate to hear that. But really, if you haven't Googled what you're asking hundreds of people on the internet to pay attention to you and answer your question about, there's a problem. That's an indicator of a problem. So I haven't done any research on my own. I just expect you to drop what you're doing and give me an answer when people are posting in Facebook groups and those kinds of things. So agency really is priceless. You get to go empower yourself to find answers. And then when you don't find answers, that's when you can come and say, hey, I looked this up. I learned this, this, and this. I've tried this, this, and this. This is what worked. This is what didn't. I would love your feedback on maybe things I'm not thinking of, right? Totally empowered question rather than tell me what to do, right? 2 different energies. All right. I don't know if you can hear my dog. He's snoring in the background. Okay, so at bare minimum, successful business owners do their own research, make their own decisions, own their outcomes, and ask better questions than what should I charge for this? Okay, when you have a question, I'm going to give you some examples of better questions. So instead of, is this okay? Am I allowed to do this? Ask questions like, what are the legal and long-term implications of this decision, right? Instead of having other people make a decision for you, get the information you need to make an informed decision, right? Instead of, how much should I charge for this? Ask, what pricing model supports sustainability and business growth? And then implement that pricing model and maybe then come back with some market research and saying, hey, this is the market research I've done. This is the pricing model I'm using. What's been your experience? And do you feel like this price for this product will generate sales, or is there something I'm missing? Right? Totally different energy than what should I charge for this? So one's coming from empowerment and information seeking, and one is coming from helplessness. So crowdsourcing keeps you average. Ownership moves you forward. So crowdsourcing looks like asking in Facebook groups and really taking advice from people who have not been able to do what you want to do. That's what I see so often in Facebook groups, is going into a Facebook group full of people who are disgruntled and haven't been able to build what you want to build, and then taking their advice. You're going to end up in the same place as them, and that's not what we want. So just more important to get in the room with people who are doing what you want to do so that you can get advice or feedback on what is actually working. All right. Hope that makes sense. I do see one comment. Okay. Next is, let's see, we have, I think, just 2 more. Next is, One rule for me, another for thee. I see this a lot. What this looks like is complaining about someone copying your design while selling trademark characters, or getting angry at corporations for protecting their intellectual property while you're clearly infringing on it, right? Expecting to be paid for your work while crying gatekeeper when someone else asks the same. Taking it personally when customers don't see the value in your products and complain about your pricing, while doing the same about yarn costs, tech costs, advertising costs, and the cost of hiring help. We don't get to demand protection and respect for our ideas and our work while ignoring the protection and disrespecting the value of others. I see this a lot, particularly on Threads. I feel like Threads is super toxic in the crochet community, and people are just on there complaining about the exact same thing they're doing to other people. And this is an integrity issue. So if we want respect as an industry, long-term sustainability, legal safety, and professional legitimacy, we have to operate our own businesses ethically and ensure that there's an alignment between what we expect from ourselves and what we expect from others. That's what maturity looks like. That's what business stewardship looks like. And that's what excellence looks like. So it's not about being perfect. I think we all struggle with this. I know I've struggled with this in the past. Until we are willing to take a real hard look at ourselves and our behavior, we're going to stay sort of wrapped up in this because it's just natural for human beings to see from their own perspective and not from the perspective of the other. So we get caught up in that in our own businesses. So again, it's not about blame. It's not about being perfect. It's about being responsible and creating the creative community that we want to build our business in, right? We want to be around people who have integrity. We want to be around people who are solution focused. We want to be around people who are moving forward. And that means that we respect and value everyone's voice and everyone's rights within the community. All right. So here's the real issue. What drives me crazy is not the behavior, it's the ceiling it creates. It's watching makers with massive talent stay in hobby energy when they're capable of CEO energy. It's seeing someone who could build real, profitable, sustainable business settle for guessing, hoping, and reacting. So I believe you're capable of more, and I think you're likely surrounding yourself with people who believe otherwise. Facebook groups are notorious for this, right? We go into these Facebook groups and we surround ourselves with people who don't believe it's possible, who don't believe anyone values handmade, who don't believe anyone will pay for handmade. All of these things impact our own subconscious and the way we approach our businesses. And that's why your circle matters. That's why it matters who you surround yourself with. So your business will only grow to the level of the rooms you put yourself in. If you want Facebook comment level strategy, keep asking Facebook. If you want strategic evolution, get in rooms with serious business owners. And I don't want to turn this into a pitch, but I am going to pitch a little bit. So just in all honesty, this is why I founded the Crochetpreneur Business Academy, and this is why I host the Crochet Business Summit, so that we can allow people to get in the rooms with those sorts of inspiring stories and proven strategies that will take them where they want to go. So if you don't know what the Crochet Business Summit is, it is a free 3-day virtual event that brings together crochet and online industry experts who share high-level proven strategies for growth, for profitability, and they also share their stories of starting, struggling, growing, and thriving in crochet business. So we offer this event not because you need more free content, and it is free, but because we understand the need for you to get in the room. This is for both new and experienced business owners. We want you to have proximity to strategy, systems, legal conversations, revenue frameworks, clear thinking, action-oriented business owners, and inspiring success stories. Good businesses grow intentionally, and great businesses evolve strategically. The summit is where that evolution starts. So it's 3 days, thousands of crochet business owners, clear direction, and real conversations. It's designed to move you from hobby culture, drama culture, disempowerment culture into CEO culture. So if you're watching this right now during our registration window, you can grab the link from the description, or you can go to crochetbusinesssummit.com. Registration, again, is free. You will have the opportunity to upgrade, to get access to replays. The replays will be available for 36 hours from the time they launch in the morning. So you will have some time to catch them. But if you want long-term access, we do have an upgraded VIP option for you to do that. Plus, we have thousands of dollars in bonuses from myself, from my team, and from our speakers and affiliates. So check that out. See if it's interesting to you, and we would love to have you. So we typically have anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 attendees at the Crochet Business Summit, and we would love for you to be there too. Those 5,000 to 1,000 people are getting real life proven strategies for growth. And if I don't want to say, if you don't come, they're going to know the secrets and you're not. So come. Anyway, all right, let's wrap things up. If this episode felt a little bit uncomfortable, good. Growth is uncomfortable. If you recognize yourself in any of these patterns, that means you're self-aware. Self-awareness is the beginning of change. So remember, you're not powerless. You're not stuck. You're not just anything, right? You're a business owner. Let's all step into that business owner space. And if you're ready to step into that identity fully, I'll see you at the Crochet Business Summit. Let's move forward together. I'm ready to answer any questions you have about what it's like to be a crochet business coach, or maybe you saw yourself in some of those strategies and you want to talk about what to do differently. If you do have questions, leave them in the comments. We have just a few more minutes before I have to run. I have some coaching calls this morning. But let's see, I'm just in the thinking and planning phase of starting my business with my crochet and knitted items. These are tips I will add to my to-do list. Awesome. Well, I hope to see you at the summit. We have lots of speakers that can help you lay that really solid foundation to growing your business. All right. Well, I don't see any other comments, so I'm going to let you all go this morning. If you're listening on replay, please say hello and leave us a comment. And I love you guys. I want you to be successful. I want you to have the business of your dreams. I'm here to help you do that. And I will be back next week with another episode of Crochet Business Chat Podcast. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.